What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dev Talks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. This video, we're gonna dive into somebody saying that they lost their job to AI. This has been a trending topic. We just recently recovered some videos of some of the top CEOs on their ideas of people working with AI or getting replaced by them. So we kind of have some more knowledge and standpoint on what they're thinking of in a sense, but I kind of want to put my take on it as well. Being an engineer and everything, we're going to dive into his video. This person's channel is Rami Intelligence. I will link to his channel in the description down below. If you guys like his videos, go subscribe to him and everything. Without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really helps. I really appreciate you all who've done it so far, and let's dive right in.
I just got laid off from my writing job. And I wanted to make this video to just warn everybody about what's coming and what they can expect to see, even if you don't work a similar job to me. So I was a writer for a local news site, and I was getting paid pretty decently well. I wasn't like rich, but it definitely like paid the bills. And I just got out of a meeting where I was told that I would no longer be needed, that my services would no longer be needed. And they didn't give me the exact reasoning. They were really vague about it at first, but I asked some of my old coworkers about what happened, and they said it's because they started implementing new AI services. And at first I was like, that's really weird, because I feel like most people would be able to tell it's AI, like they wouldn't want to read it. But after looking through some of the stuff they've already generated, I realized that like damn, they're kind of right. Like it's a lot cheaper and faster to have AI generate something for you than to pay me to go write stuff for you. And it made me realize, like, I'm kind of lucky, actually. I got to experience this, like, first, which it sounds weird to be like, oh, that's lucky. But in my head is, at least now I have time to prepare, because I'm like one of the first people to have this happen to them. Um, and I feel like it's kind of rare to hear people talk about it. And the reason I feel like I should make this video is because I saw someone else talk about it, about losing their graphic design job. Um, and I was just thinking, when I first saw that, I was like, that's not going to happen to me. Like, I'll make sure I'm not being made.
All right, I want to stop right there because what he just said, like that last part, that's not going to happen to me, is literally one of the worst mindsets to ever. And when I say ever, ever to really have, you never want to go into any situation, especially this person's, I don't know what they cover on the day to day regarding to their channel, but the first comment that he pinned in his channel is just for an example real quick, subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the upcoming tech revolution. I'll be sharing everything to help you succeed. I feel like this kind of is this kind of clashes to what he's talking about in this video. In a sense, one, you should never have that mindset you can't get replaced. You're supposed to stay ahead of everything going on and regarding to the world. You're paying attention to it. If he does, and if he has been tracking this tech world as much as I have in the last few years, he should have known that this is a possibility of going across there. And I don't want to put all blame and stuff on him, but when you put something in the comment talking about if you want to stay ahead of the tech revolution, you kind of already failed at doing so by getting replaced by AI in this sense, rather than staying ahead of it. You were not staying ahead of this at all. And in my opinion, he wasn't. So it's kind of like it kind of goes against of what he was saying in this sense, because I can't say he was in the sense if he was laid off in that manner, especially if he does happen to comment and pay attention to this whole tech revolution in general. Two, I want to see more what he did, but what it sounds like what he used to do is write up, I guess, the scripts for these people to say throughout the day and go through what they're going to talk about and their talking points, which I can understand that job getting replaced by AI. And it's kind of hard for you as that sole position to integrate AI if it's just going to full out replace you. Because what that allows other people to do is now integrate knowledge with being able to use AI to write stuff for them and produce results similar to what you were doing. And they can go off of that and they can tune it to write however they needed to tune it. And what that's how I see it. If he was more or less a writer where he was in more control of his position and he could use AI to help out with his writing better and things on that regard, that's some of the advice I would get him. But it doesn't sound like that, so it seems very replaceable. And yes, jobs are getting replaced. Somebody just commented on a recent video of mine that I dropped on Tuesday, which is the day before I'm recording this video, actually. And they were like, oh, the CEOs of these companies are actually going to fully replace these jobs, but they're not going to have the actual jobs for other people. They said exactly. I'm gonna quote them. Agent WFX on one of my videos said, "Sorry, bro, but they're just trying to sugarcoat it. They are just trying to say that there will be jobs so that everyone can keep calm and there's no moat and they're going to complete any task that requires intelligence and AI is intelligence itself and goes on further, right? So just commented on one of my videos about that. Right, I just read it over there. I just got the notification on it right before recording this actually. Perfect timing. And it's no diss to the person of that. Yes, I agree that AI is going to take specific jobs. But at the same time, this new age that we are moving into does create more technical positions and other jobs at the same time. It does. If you say it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you, but it does. It takes jobs and it replaces jobs at the same time. It's doing this at the same path, and maybe this is a wake up call to people to, hey, I need to upgrade my skill set. I need to do better. I don't know, let me see what other things I can get better at, especially on a technical standpoint. And they were even talking about software engineers. If they're building AI that can replace mid-level engineers, it right now currently it does not replace those senior to higher level engineers at the way that they want it to be replaced. They just don't. So when we're going over this and we're looking at how we're using this, engineers need to be engineers need to basically learn how to use AI to their advantage. How could he, if it's hard to put something in his position because he had no control over it and they were being iffy about it. Who knows if his coworkers that are still there are still aware of this or are fully aware of why he was let go. It could be based on performance and they figured this was better. Who knows? Really, I'm not his boss. I'm not the person who let go of him. I cannot say for certain. He doesn't know 100% for certain. He knows what he was being told, and there he say she say goes a long way into believing into being 100% true. But we have to figure out how to use AI to benefit our skill sets in general. There's ways to go into it, and there's another video by OpenAI that I'm going to cover also later on people using AI to do research, I believe. I'm not 100% sure yet, haven't reacted to it. But these are the things that we have to start thinking about in general as we're moving forward into the future. Because there's no way in the world they are going to restrict all humans from working positions. Somebody needs to maintain this. Somebody needs to build new stuff. There's going to be people that are still required to work. Yes, there are growing pains with every new transition to anything, but it sucks that he lost his job. I'm sorry for that. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing, but everything has growing pains in it, and it sucks. But let's just hear out what the rest of what he has to say.
Made redundant. So I poured in more hours. I tried upskilling. I even took courses on how to write more persuasive. And I thought for a while I was doing pretty good. And it honestly happened in a similar way to the guy who got his graphic design job. Like, I guess his position was terminated. Um, it started with me getting like less assignments slowly. So I used to have like a lot to do in a week. I would have different articles to either start writing or have to edit someone else's article. And I was always on my feet. And then for the past like 2 weeks, it started slowing down a lot. There was days when I almost got nothing. And that's when I started getting like red flags. Like there was some alarms raising in my head because I was like, this is weird because they usually have me always working. And just today, I hopped onto a meeting with my manager, and I didn't think much about it because I meet with my manager every week. And I was just thought it was going to be like every weekly meeting, and I was going to ask them like, hey, like, what's up? You guys don't have me doing that much work. Like, is there anything else you need me to do? And that's when they told me like, hey, you're not gonna be able to work here anymore. And I asked why, and they gave a really vague answer. They said that they just were not needing, they kept repeating like, we're not in need of your services anymore, we're not in need of your position anymore. So it was not really like, I mean, I wasn't fired, I was laid off, so it was like a position termination. But one thing that pisses me off is they couldn't tell me straight up, you know? I think it would have been a lot more respectful to just tell me, hey, the reason your position is getting terminated isn't because you lack skills, it's because we're moving to AI. And
Could both things be true? Serious question to everybody, right? Watching this video in the comments down below. Yes, I understand a lot of people like being told straight up, but the signs were there for one. For one, he should have been looking for new jobs and new positions. And he said he was working on his set for being a better writer and being more persuasive. Kudos to that. Trying to help himself stay ahead. But the signs were there. As a software engineer right now, Mark Zuckerberg's out there talking about he has mid-level engineer things that they're working on for AI. I'm telling you right now, we have a bunch of tools that have AI implemented into it that we use, and I'm still busy as ever. And one of the things that I know about job security is the busier you are. I learned this so quick in my career. I'm about to be 25. I learned this 2 years ago. When I first got the full time role for my internship, I realized because as an intern, you don't do as much work already. But when you get into that full time role and you're like, it's kind of slow. What are we doing? I would worry. It's worrisome times at a company when it's like that. When it's really slow, it's really worrisome times, especially for your position. And for me, I'm like, yo, I've been busy all last year, work, busy. A company wants to focus on AI, I'm still busy. And it also depends on what departments you work in. Departments is very big. I get he's not an engineer. I'm just talking from my standpoint of working in a technical field. Busy. How we using AI has made certain things easier for us to do so that I can get more work done. So that's a plus. I enjoy that. I really do enjoy that so much. But from the whole point, I'm still busy. So I know my job is secure for the most part. They need us right now because of the amount of work that we're going through and need to do. If you're starting to get work pulled away from you and stuff, you should worry. You should start applying. You should figure it out. Take the steps ahead. Look at the signs. The signs were there. I don't want to feel too sorry for him. I feel sorry because he lost his job. At the same time, we're all human. But at the same time, the signs were there. And some people they don't know this. Like you have it's one of those things like you have to touch the hot stove to learn. So you know that for next time, this is the situation that you're gonna be in when something like this happens. It's very unfortunate, but hey, um, kudos to him. Let's figure out what else he has to say real quick about AI taking his job.
unfortunately, It is tough to say, but humans can't compete with AI. I mean, when you have something that works faster, cheaper, and more efficiently, it's like a no-brainer. Of course, businesses would want to go with AI, you know? And part of me is like really upset, and then another part of me kind of understands. Like business owners, their job is to make money. And I'm not the type of person to hold too much grudges, so I'm just gonna like I'm telling myself like, this wasn't personal at all. And I was always complimented on my work. I always received, praise, and it made me feel like, okay, like my position's really secure. Even if AI becomes like super powerful, there's no way that I'm gonna get replaced. But obviously that didn't end up, or obviously that wasn't true. Um, so moving forward, because I maybe you've seen a video like this, maybe you haven't, but in the next couple months, you're going to start having a lot of these videos being posted, and a lot of people are going to see this. They're going to see like videos of people similar to me losing.
All right, so we're gonna stop it right about here because it's getting a little long. But if you guys want me to interview him, let me know down in the comments down below. If you want me to interview him and try to get more details about what's going on and stuff, let me know in the comments. As I said, I'm about to start interviews on this channel. About to start working later to figure out some new stuff, using some new tools and everything so we can have better videos on the channel. But on top of that, I don't know. I just think the signs were there. I don't know the kind of content that he made before, but also like when it came to graphic designers and it came to writers, we knew this was going to be an issue over 2 years ago. And not everybody pays attention to stuff the same. So it's not him to blame completely. But this is a note to everybody. Pay more attention to what's going on, please. Look at signs in advance. So, and always try to stay prepared as much as possible as you can. I know it sucks. I know it's hard. A lot of things are unpredictable at times. But as you get used to working in certain fields and everything, you will get more used to signs, especially working in corporate and whatever. But without further ado, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. I really appreciate everybody who comments and everything. If you want me to react to anything related to tech and engineering, please look at the email in the description below. Send me videos, send me emails. You can do anything. Send it to it at devtalkspodcast@gmail.com. That's down in the description below. And if you want to see any videos similar to this, just click the video that pops up right about now. And without further ado, peace. See y'all next time.